Hello, how are you?
I'm good, Kieran, thank you.
Are you excited about being at FrightFest?
I'm incredibly excited, I'm incredibly nervous, but feel incredibly privileged to be here.
Have you ever had a screening at Odeon Leicester Square before?
Never had a screening at Odeon Leicester Square. I've had a screening at Curzon Soho, which was one of my favourite cinemas when I was growing up. I used to see a lot of films there when I was kind of getting into film. But no, not here. I mean, this is like the ultimate, isn't it?
Well, it's one of the most famous in the world. But Curzon Soho is great as well. I love it there.
Yeah, but I mean, I have told literally everybody that I know that I've got a world premiere at Odeon Leicester Square.
You do?
I know.
We're all here for it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's in fact, I was sitting on an aeroplane this morning next to a man, and I told him all about it.
Well, Lenny Kravitz was here on Monday, and so was Selma Hayek.
Was it?
I saw them. I was upstairs, but I did see them.
Okay. Well, you've had quite the week. Lenny Kravitz, me.
You are the highlight.
Thank you.
So yeah, why do you think horror genre is so popular, especially now? Because they're just pumping them out at the moment.
Why is horror genre so popular? I think it gives people, I think from a psychological point of view, it gives people very much an escape from their everyday lives. It gives people permission to feast on things which are completely inappropriate. I think also we live in a very kind of sensitized society now where nothing is really allowed. You know, we're not allowed to say anything, we're not allowed to do anything. You know, cameras are on us at all times. I think genre cinema, horror, is a real excuse or opportunity to indulge our dark side. And believe me, we all have one. No matter what social media says, we all have one. But it means you can indulge it without going to prison for it, which is a bonus.
Massive bonus, I completely agree. So tell me more about protein. How did you think of the idea, and how did it all come about, really?
Well, the idea for protein originated probably in about 2011, 2012. I was in a gym. The chief premise behind the protein short film was man can't afford protein supplements, so eats people who can afford protein supplements. That was kind of essentially the one-liner of logic. And then we made a short film, which we finished in 2014, I think. And then we went off and did other things. I made more films and short films and music videos and commercials. And we decided we would, for some crazy reason, make a feature film, which is a bit like running a marathon or having a baby. If you knew how hard it would be, you wouldn't do it. And then when you finished it, you want to do another one. So, it's been a 12-year sort of life of protein as an idea. It went from me sitting in a gym wondering what it would be like if you couldn't afford protein supplements to actually eat people, the man on the machine next door to me, to here we are, Odeon Leicester Square, premiere of feature film. So there's one hell of a journey.
Could we see a sequel? Huh? Do you reckon there will be a sequel to this?
If there's demand for it, yeah. I mean, no spoilers, but it's there's potential.
Amazing. What would you say were the highs and lows of filming?
Highs and lows of filming. Well, I met an incredible group of people. It was my first feature film, so I had an incredible film school, like in the field, literally. I got to spend a month in Wales, and so Wales obviously is a very special place for me now. I think regardless of the film, the products, whatever, the experience of being away for a month to create something that started from nothing with a bunch of enthusiastic and wonderfully talented and nice people, which is really, really important, is just an absolute privilege. I think the whole thing has been a highlight. Anything that comes from the film, that's different. But as a life event, unmatched, apart from the birth of my children.
What would you like audience to take away from this?
I want the audiences to feel like they've seen something which is complex, that it's multi-layered, that it says more than maybe on first viewing you think it says. A lot of thought went into the characters, a lot of thought went into the story, and a lot of thought went into the meaning of everything. So I don't want people to come away thinking they've just seen people being dismembered in a bathtub. I want them to feel that they've learnt something. and that the characters are real. I think that's the most important thing. I'm all on authenticity.
And 2 last questions. If you can sum this film up in 3 words, how would you sum it up? I can give you 4 because you're the big boss.
If I could sum the film or the experience?
Film, but we could do both.
Well, the words won't mean anything together, but I would say surreal, tender, complicated.
I love that. And then lastly, what can we expect from you in the future?
From me, I would love the opportunity to make another film. I wrote a novel. I published a novel last year, which took me 5 years to write. It's called Hotel Ophelia, available on Amazon. And I've also written a feature film script to go with it. And amongst other projects, I've got other films that I've written. I would really love just the opportunity to make another film. One thing that's really crazy about making a feature film is that you're doing it for the first time. And I go back to that clumsy marathon analogy. When I ran the marathon in 2006, when I actually got to Buckingham Palace, I realised I had a little bit more in the tank. I wish I'd run a little bit faster earlier on. Now, I've made a feature film now, I know what goes into it, and there's certain things that I wish I could go back and do better. So really, I would love to be set loose on another feature film project, because I think it would be 10 times better.
Mate, I think you're great, and I can't wait to see this. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of FrightFest.
Thank you.